Hey guys, welcome to Boxing Squared for boxing news and views from around the internet. Andy Ruiz Jr. is putting in the hard yards in his training camp to prepare for his rematch with Anthony Joshua on December 7th in Saudi Arabia, cutting a much leaner figure and looking like he will deliver on his vow to come in much fitter, much faster, and also much trimmer. And it's the much trimmer that is grabbing attention right now because Ruiz Jr. cutting a much slimmer figure than just a number of weeks ago. And to illustrate that, here is a graphic I whipped up. On the left you have Ruiz Jr. from early September, and then on the right that is Ruiz from a posting from his Facebook page, clearly looking much slimmer in the face. And to go a little bit further, so here is a post from early October from Andy Ruiz Jr.'s Facebook page. He doesn't look nearly as sort of bulky, especially in the sort of tummy region. Heading on to that other one that I just showed you. So this was a post where he said, "Hard work and dedication. Proud of my partner for sharing my fit story. Grateful to those who inspired my journey. I hope it inspires yours. Dreams can come true." And then Andy Ruiz Jr. here is a recent training clip from about a week or so ago. You can see he is looking a little bit trimmer than he once did. So how much weight has he really lost? It's hard to say, but here's another graphic that I whipped up showing the sort of transformation over the past 6 or 7 weeks. So this on the left, this was a shot that was taken from the promotional video that was done in early September when Ruiz Jr. was in Saudi Arabia. This is the one that you just saw before. So he was getting some of his tattoos inked up. So you could see though the body shot, he's looking trimmer, looking a little bit slimmer than the left-hand shot. And then the October the 13th shot on the right, clearly again looking slimmer again. But we don't know exactly where Ruiz Jr. is with his weight, except that he is losing weight and he's obviously putting in the effort. And here is a graphic just to sort of illustrate a point that I just wanted to make. From May 2019, from the press conference, the following day he weighed in at 268 pounds. This on the right is from one of the September press conferences. So I think it's fair to say his starting weight maybe would have been around the 280 pound range or possibly a little more. So clearly though, he's been putting in the work, and slowly since September he has been, or maybe not so slowly, the weight has been sort of dropping off him, and he's looking like almost a different man, as some of these shots sort of indicate. This one here in particular, just 6 weeks different. It looks kind of like they're related but not necessarily the same person. Ruiz must have lost at least, you would say, maybe 20 pounds or so. Something in that region. I mean, what do you make of this? And for him, this is a good move because 268 on June 1st, that was always a bit of a risk because it was a heavier weight, but it was a plan sort of, he wanted to go in there and really have a bit more meat on his punches, and that was the rationale that they were talking about and discussed ahead of that fight. And clearly it paid dividends. He won that fight, but it wasn't just down to the extra weight, obviously. His fast hands caught up with Anthony Joshua when Joshua thought that Ruiz Jr. was hurt and ready to be taken out. Ruiz Jr. lands something, changes the fight, changes his stars, becomes the unified heavyweight champion. And of Ruiz Jr., his statements regarding sort of the rematch, just he's talking to ESPN Deportes in recent days saying, "I've got a lot of respect for Anthony Joshua outside of the ring. He's a good man, but inside there are no friends. There's no respect or anything. It will not be an easy fight. I think it will be a hard fight, but nothing is easy in life, so we're training very hard. We will be prepared for whatever he brings. I will be in better condition, lighter, faster, and more powerful. They will believe that in December they will win. People will always talk like this, but I have faith that we're going to win and shut up more mouths." Andy Ruiz Jr. talking to ESPN Deportes. And for this rematch, there is more people picking Ruiz Jr. than there were the first time around. And I know that the betting odds and general sentiment, there is a number of people leaning Joshua's way, that he should be able to sort of get a revenge victory here. But Ruiz Jr., some of the stuff that he's been saying, he feels like there's too many doubters out there, that he is the one that will win, and there's no question of that. And I think he is using some of that as motivation for this fight, because ahead of the first fight, no one really expected him to win, but he's a more known quantity now. And I think that some of the talk of he wants to shut up more mouths, I think maybe that's more of a tactic he's trying to G himself up motivation-wise, rather than no one believing he will win, because obviously from what I'm seeing around, a lot of people think this is a 50-50 fight, or that Ruiz Jr. will win, but that Joshua, also a number of fans, his fans more in particular, believe he can right the wrong. But whatever the case, it's going to be a good fight. But in terms of Andy Ruiz Jr. and his transformation, he is certainly looking like he is going to come in fitter and lighter. But what exactly will his weight be? His weight for Joseph Parker, that was his title fight back in 2016, was 255 pounds. And that was a decent weight for Ruiz Jr. He had a good engine in that fight. He'd obviously had a good camp under Abel Sanchez at Big Bear. He came in well prepared for that one. And seemingly he's going to, I think, maybe this is just my personal guess, I think he will weigh somewhere between 250 and 255 pounds. I think maybe closer to 255. Everyone's going to have a different view on this. Ruiz has sort of said previously that if he got down to about 245 and was a bit more cut up and leaner, that he thinks he would be unstoppable. But will he get down to 245 pounds for this fight? I'm not so sure. And does he actually need to go down that much? Yeah, I'm not so sure. And also, if he does get down that much, he might be losing the best part of 40 pounds. That would be an incredible amount of weight to lose in a training camp just over 3 months. But yeah, what do you make of this? Ruiz Jr. transforming his body, looking much leaner and lighter. What weight would you expect for the rematch? How much further is he going to go on the weight loss front? Let me know. Drop a comment loud and often. Hit like, hit subscribe. Follow me on Twitter, boxing_squared. I'm out.